are enjoying your evening. Welcome to Weekend Live here on KUTV. Today being Saturday, the 6th day of May 2023. A lot has been happening in the country and outside the country, including the coronation of King Charles III of the United Kingdom, an event that was attended by President William Ruto. We have this story and many more, including this. King Charles III officially takes over reins of United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, and 14 other realms. No handshake. Gachagua tells opposition parliamentary bipartisan talks is the way to go. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz pledges to upgrade all carrier geothermal power station for clean energy production. And Zambia's opposition criticizes agreement to allow Kenyan maize farming in Zambia. Our sign language interpreter this evening is RUTH CHEPKOECH. My name is Joseph Ketz. Remember, we're also live on Facebook as well as on YouTube at KUTV Kenya, and you can tweet us your feedback at KUTV_Kenya and at Kes Joseph Kenya. Now, King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla have officially taken over the reins of the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, and 14 other countries. King Charles has succeeded his mother, Queen Elizabeth III, who died last year after ruling for 7 decades since her coronation in 1953. President Ruto attended the event held at Westminster Abbey in London. Dennis Omondi closely monitored the event.
It is a chilly morning in London as Charles and Camilla leave Buckingham Palace and join the royal route aboard the gold-plated state coach. Their last stop, Westminster Abbey, where the Bishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, waited patiently to crown them. Here, Charles swore to serve, not to be served, with arms in Bible and knees on the ground.
Give grace that I may find in thy service perfect freedom, and in that freedom knowledge of thy truth. Grant that I may be a blessing to all thy children of every faith and belief, that together we may discover the ways of gentleness and be led into the paths of peace. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your majesty and to your heirs and successors according to law. So help me God.
Attendees then recited an allegiance to the 73-year-old king for the first time after doing the same to Queen Elizabeth II for 70 years. Prince William, who is next in line to be king, also swore allegiance to his father.
I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your majesty and to your heirs and successors according to law. So help me God.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
The coronation, whose cost is estimated at 17 billion Kenya shillings, was pompous, solemn, and also invested heavily on order and precision that characterizes British royal events. To symbolize King Charles III's power and authority, the monarch received the imperial state crown, St. Edward's crown, the sovereign orb, and the sovereign scepter. Back at the Buckingham Palace, the new king and queen were presented to the public at the balcony by senior royals in an exercise that excluded controversial Princes Harry and Edward. President Ruto attended the event, which was snubbed by US President Joe Biden, who was instead represented by First Lady Jill Biden. Dennis Omondi reporting for KUTV.
Interesting coronation there. Now to some matters Kenyan politics. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has told off the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition over its demands for reinstatement of 4 former IEBC commissioners. The DP urged Azimio leaders to channel all their issues through the Parliamentary Bipartisan Committee, since there will be no handshake between Raila and President Ruto. The DP spoke at Ndiara Primary School in Kipipiri constituency, Nyandarua County, where he offered relief food and household items to residents affected by the recent heavy rains that destroyed houses and crops.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua bars claims that the government blocked the calls on handshake with the opposition, saying that it is Kenyans who have given them the mandate to not allow the possibility of a handshake.
Sisi tukikataa handshake, sio sisi. Sisi ni watu ya kuandikwa kazi. Hawa ndio matajiri wetu hawa. Na ndio wanatuambia vile tutasema.
In his communication, the DP argued that President Ruto and himself are employed by Kenyans who elected them, and thus they have to heed to their call.
Mimi na president hatuna sauti hii Kenya. Sisi ni wafanyikazi. Mfanyikazi anafanya vile tajiri yake anasema. Hawa watu ya Nyandarua wametuambia hakuna handshake. Sasa sisi tunaweza shindana na tajiri yetu? Hatuwezi.
On the demand for the reinstatement of the 4 IBC commissioners, the Deputy President described the demand as impossible, saying that the 3 of them resigned on their own personal volition from office, while 1 was removed legally through a tribunal. He further hardened to the Azimio demand to be allowed to access IBC electronic voter transmission data, insisting that the President is not aware of the location of the sent servers. Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga, while speaking separately in Kilifi, reiterated that the government has to open IBC servers and reinstate the 4 IBC commissioners.
Siku hile ya kutangaza kwa matokeo ya rais, tume ya uchaguzi ilitengana, watatu pande hii, wanne pande hii. Watatu wanasema hii, wanne wanasema pande hii. Tukisema sawa ifunguliwe, sisi hatusemi tunataka Ruto atoke. Tunataka kwani ijulikane ukweli ni ipi.
The government and the opposition failure to agree on the thorny issues ahead of the bipartisan talks brings doubt on whether the process will be able to eventually midway a solution to the current political deadlock. James Moreke Mwenda, KUTV.
Still on matters politics, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today joined hundreds of faithfuls at the Nakuru High School grounds for the ordination ceremony of Reverend Cleophas Oseso Tuka as Bishop of the Catholic Church in the Diocese of Nakuru. Gachagua commended the church for its continuous support and impacting the society positively. He urged the church to support government's efforts in fighting illicit brews and excessive drinking.
The Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has today joined hundreds of faithfuls at the Nakuru High School grounds to witness the ordaining and installation of Reverend Cleophas Oseso as Bishop of the Roman Catholic Church, Diocese of Nakuru. Rigathi took the opportunity to laud the church for the role it plays in imparting values to the society, while urging church leaders to work together to eliminate the few rogue clerics who are misleading the congregation. Bishop Cleophas Oseso takes office as the 4th Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Nakuru. Also in his address, the Deputy President once again emphasized the need to discourage the collective condemnation of the church when one man is found to be on the wrong. He said this in reference to the controversial Pastor Paul Mackenzie of Shakahola.
What happened in Kilifi, by whatever name, is a criminal act and is unacceptable. And the government of the Republic of Kenya will not allow anybody to hide behind the pulpit to hide behind the Church of Christ to commit crimes.
Rigathi also took the opportunity to commend the opposition leader Raila Odinga for his move to call off the demonstrations once again and instead opting for the bipartisan talks.
We want them to come and speak to our MPs in Parliament, whatever issues that are there, provided they are not in violation of the Constitution. If the things they have are things that are legal, that are within the parameters of the law, as a government, we are willing to engage.
Rigathi went on to ask the church to support the government's efforts in fighting illicit brew by running mentorship programs for the youth.
In this Nakuru County, we are almost losing an entire generation. Vijana wetu wote wamepotelea kwa pombe, kweli ama uongo? Hata ukitafuta watu ya kufanya kazi kwa barabara, akina mama ndio wako kwa barabara. Vijana wamepotelea pombe na bangi. Sisi kama serikali tumetangaza vita kali.
Rigathi also expressed his intent to continue working with the whole church, including the Catholic Church. Yvonne Kemuma, KU TV.
Visiting German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Energy Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir have today formally unveiled the plan to upgrade the geothermal power station in Olkaria, Naivasha County. Chancellor Scholz has pledged that his country will invest in Kenya's geothermal sector, adding that he is impressed by Kenya's commitment in ensuring that the world attains clean energy goals, citing that he will aid in production of green hydrogen and fertilizer production. President Ruto has in the recent past delivered passionate talks on the economy, regional conflicts, and the use of renewable energies.
Kenya and Germany have entered a climate and development partnership, support Kenya in reaching 100% renewable energy supplies, and also support the country's adaptation to climate change. And we are very pleased that you are going forward, and this is something that will help your country, but I think much more the development of our planet.
With Kenya sitting at 92% today of geothermal, and with a capacity, undeveloped capacity of about 9 gigawatts, we can walk the journey together towards the new frontier of green hydrogen, maybe green ammonia, green fertilizer, green jobs, and those opportunities do exist.
Siaya Governor James Orengo is calling on the government to stop burdening Kenyans with high taxes as the country grapples with high cost of living. Orengo says that the government risks forcing citizens to revolt against it if the trend is not reversed. He says that the Kenya Kwanza government will have to reduce its appetite for spending and look for alternative ways of running its activities without exerting pressure on the already overburdened taxpayers.
Ya kuendesha nchi na uchumi ni kazi rahisi, na amesoma serikali kuu ya Kenya imesema ya kwamba itatoza watu kodi zaidi. Hata zile pesa tunataka kuwalipa community health promoters bado wanataka mtoeshwe kodi zaidi. Na mna matatizo, unga iko juu, mafuta iko juu, matatu iko juu, na kila kitu iko juu, na wametangaza kwamba wanataka waongeze kodi.
And former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi are in Bujumbura, Burundi for regional talks aimed at restoring peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mudavadi is representing President William Ruto. The meeting is meant to discuss the contribution of the contact and coordination groups on military measures to efforts aiming at strengthening security cooperation for the eradication of armed groups in eastern DRC, with a focus on the full implementation of decisions in the Nairobi and Luanda peace processes. Right, and now we take our first break here on Weekend Live. We still have plenty more ahead. Weekend Live takes a break, resumes shortly. Stay with us.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on Law Matters.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the retro tech. On Technovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
Welcome back to Weekend Live. Now, residents of Portland Farm in Athi River, Machakos County have taken to the streets to complain over eviction from the 800-acre land The residents who thronged the offices of the Athi River Deputy Commissioner Charles Wambugu claim that they have been evicted by a person who claims to own the land.
More than 2,000 residents of Portland Farm in Athi River, Machakos County are asking for help due to eviction from an 800-acre farm. The residents have said that they have lived on that land for more than 10 years, but the tycoon whom they claim arrived recently ordered them to leave.
Yeye amekuja kufenzi tukiwa ndani. Anatufenzi tukiwa ndani, tutoke wapi? Tuende wapi? Kwa hivyo tunalilia haki yetu. Yeye aondoe vitu zake, tubaki kwa shamba yetu.
A section of residents who participated in sending their complaints claim to have nowhere to go. They are now calling upon President William Ruto in collaboration with Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndeti and Mavoko MP Patrick Makau to intervene and save them.
Hata Makau, mheshimiwa wetu, nimekuita na nimekulilia na nimelia Makau.
The protesters' efforts to see the Deputy Commissioner of Athi River were unsuccessful since he left the office without addressing them.
Na tumekuja kwa kililio chetu hapa kwa DC na nashindwa aje venye DC ameenda, kwani wako kimoja na Kerema. Tunaomba haki yetu. Tunaomba haki yetu. Tunaomba haki yetu.
The affected residents are now looking upon the government to hire a new commissioner who can listen to them and solve their issues. Kadari Chari reporting for KU TV.
Now, Zambia's opposition has criticized an agreement with Kenya to allow Kenyan farming of maize in Zambia to help meet its food needs amid a record drought. The National Democratic Congress says Zambian farmers should be given priority for farming on Zambian land for exports to Kenya and not problems with maize supplies at home.
The Horn of Africa's record drought has made maize a staple food in Africa and even more sought after grain. In Zambia, one of sub-Saharan Africa's top maize suppliers, police say that demand has fueled smuggling to neighbors like the Democratic Republic of Congo, causing shortages at home. Despite the supply concerns at home, Zambia in March signed a controversial deal with Nairobi to allow Kenyan farmers to grow maize in Zambia for export to Kenya. Saboi Mboela is leader of Zambia's opposition National Democratic Congress.
We do have a lot of farmers in this country, and the government also can empower a lot of subsistence farmers so that they grow a lot of maize and they export. Why do they have to involve Kenyans in doing that? You know, let them deal with the Zambians alone.
Kenya's High Court in April temporarily suspended the deal after the Kenyan Farmers Party argued it is unconstitutional. Another hearing is scheduled for later in May. If the agreement goes ahead as planned, some analysts argue it will benefit both Zambia and Kenya. Isaac Mwaipopo is director of Zambia's Center for Trade Policy and Development.
And that step that had been taken by the two governments was going to be a step in the right direction in terms of creating job opportunities within the continent, but also getting to deal with the food security concerns within the continent.
The Zambian government declined VOA's request for comment, but information officials provided video aired on state television that they say shows Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema meeting with farmers, millers and grain traders in April to discuss the maize deal with Kenya.
We respect what you do. We respect what farmers do. But let's also support farmers so that they too can make money.
Both the Zambian and Kenyan Ministries of Agriculture declined VOA's request for comment on the maize farming deal. Kathy Short for VOA News, Lusaka, Zambia.
And now, time for us to get sporty, where a total of 57 grassroots coaches in Embu County have graduated with CAF-D coaching courses organized by Football Kenya Federation. Among the recipients of a 10-day CAF-D training course include 7 female coaches tasked with the mantle to transform the grassroots football after acquiring the minimum requirement to be certified coaches. Embu Governor Cecil Mbariri has pledged her commitment in improving the infrastructure and the state-of-art facilities to nurture young talents in the region.
Is 20,000 each ndio waweze kuendelea kwa training, na hata tukimalizia hao 30 tutaendelea kusupport more others.
Vijana wetu wameweza kutrainiwa, na hao ambao wametrainiwa wataweza kusaidia kucascade down kwenda kutrain vijana wetu wadogo na wale wote wa under 19 and 15.
Warembo hai.
And Talanta FC played out to a stalemate draw against Kenya Police in the Football Kenya Federation Premier League clash staged at Nyayo Stadium. Both Talanta and Kenya Police had clear chances of putting the game to bed, but their frontline attack lacked killer touch to settle for 0-0 at full-time. The Enforcers leapfrog KCB to 4th place, tied on point with the Bankers on 5th place, but separated on goal difference, while Talanta sits 15th on the log after going more than 5 matches without a single win. All right, that brings us to the end of our news broadcast this evening. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Our sign language interpreter has been RUTH CHEPKOECH. My name is Joseph KEES. Until we meet again next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend.